crystal clear.
Last time I seen him. Last time.
No, it ain't, Jalea. No, it ain't.
Don't say nothing.
No, it ain't.
Don't say nothing.
It's not the last time.
Don't say nothing. I promise you it is. I promise you it is.
I got your mom on camera hitting me and trying to break my windows to my car.
I don't.
Go ahead, do what you gotta do.
You comfortable with a bitch saying she know where the fuck I live?
Bro.
A mother from Columbus, Ohio was filmed breaking the window of her child's father's car because she thinks he shared her address with his new girlfriend. Whether it's true or not, this kind of behavior can lead to losing custody of your child. Domestic violence in front of a child is the main reason parents lose custody, and it can result in being required to take anger management classes and have supervised visitations.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
And gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
All right. Welcome to Grown Man Talking Incorporated. We had a long wait on this topic here, and we're excited to get into it. So make sure you share, and also share your notifications, because I'm telling you, next Friday it's gonna be even spicier as we talk about the permissible after hours relationship. When do you expect for your mate to be coming through those doors? Is it 2 a.m., 4 a.m.? Okay, they stay out all night and you be okay with it. They're going to talk about it. Also, everyone in the surrounding area of Texas, pay attention. We have a special event coming up. Also, a special guest on, Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. Y'all tripping. Hey, comedy show. Make sure you come on out August 7th, 8 p.m. You'll know the price and everything's $20 for the tickets to get in. They will have food, drinks, a lot of laughter, so do not miss out on this. And also, if you're a phlebotomist, if you need a phlebotomist, we have a special person that's a traveling one that will come out to your home. So make sure you pay attention to this flyer. The number's at the bottom. She's very patient, dedicated, loving, knowledgeable, professional, and understanding. So check her out. And now we're going to hand it over to the host, Dwight.
Hello, welcome to Grown Man Talking. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me. So somebody say something.
Hear you.
Give me a signal.
Can you hear us? Testing.
Okay, Spicy, if you can hear me, go ahead and bring on Brother Mac to the show.
LESC in the building.
Hey, what's up, broski? What's going on? Don't know if you can hear me. What's happening?
Okay, I still can't hear nothing on my end here. Bring in Queen to the show. Come on in. All right, I can hear you, Queen. I can hear you. Look, we're having a little sound difficulties, but I saw somebody else. I didn't know who the other person was, Spicy.
Okay, we have two other people. Everyone, welcome in Lady K.
Good evening, everyone.
LESC in the building.
We also have a special guest in the house as well that's going to fill us in about the event she has coming on that we have advertised. Can you go ahead and rumble her in, Dwight?
Well, Dwight's having problems in hearing. Who's the other guest?
So we're going to go ahead and bring in Dr. Jennifer Gilbert.
He tried it. Strike one.
Hey, I
Strike
don't know
one.
what's going on, but we're gonna go through it. We're gonna try to make it through here. That video that we just saw, I can say I have lived that experience. I'm going to go ahead and start with Brother Matt first. Brother Matt, what do you have to say about that video we just saw, my brother?
I mean, there's so many things that can be said, but why is the mama trying to bust out the car windows? Over what? Why is she trying to bust out the car windows? That's the question. What was she trying to bust out the car windows for? Because I didn't quite catch all of it, but I heard the news lady talking, saying that she was over there trying to bust out car windows. What?
Well, according to the allegations that she was making, that he gave his current girlfriend her address. So I guess the current girlfriend was talking about she was going to be pulling up.
I guess she pulling up.
Yeah, but if she finna pull up, that's his current girlfriend.
Okay.
Why is she pulling up? She ain't got no minute pulling up.
To where? His house? His current girlfriend can't come to his house?
Give me about a minute. I'll be back because I'm here.
To the baby mama house, I think.
No, he was at home.
He was at home with his current girlfriend, but with his current girlfriend, I guess with the baby's mama, she was felt threatened because I guess the current girlfriend let her know she was going to pull up on her. So she assumed that he gave her address where she lived.
Either way it goes, it ain't no need to doing that in front of them kids.
Exactly. Okay, so we're going to go over to Dr. Jennifer Gilbert. Give us your insight about the video that you just seen while we waiting on D-Man to come back.
Garbage and ratchet. If they got to take all that, I mean, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Like, you know, at some point you just have to, you have to mature. And I mean, you have to take in consideration they look a little young, maybe a little crashed out, but, that's not my judge. A father would want to be, if a child wants to be in a father's life, what many women have to understand, if you're not with him, he's free game. And you can't, you have to applaud him if he's still trying to be a part of the child's life.
Okay,
he could
so
move on.
The thing about it is, you go, let's say it's your situation. You go pick up your children. He has the children. But his girlfriend had said that she was going to pull up to your address. So what is your reaction? Because this is the scenario here with her.
Wait a minute. This math ain't mathing. Who house we at?
She pulled up to her to where the kids were at with their dad.
Okay, so they was at the baby daddy house.
The baby daddy and girlfriend house.
Okay.
But I guess the girlfriend and the baby mama had an altercation to where the girlfriend had threatened to tell the baby mama, I'm going to pull up at your place. So the baby mama felt that he gave her where she stayed at in order for her to say that.
But that's our personal feelings.
Exactly.
Just because I say I'm gonna pull up to, I might say I'm spicy. I'm gonna pull up to your house. What you gonna say? The white you gave Mac my address? No.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the scenario there. So being that she felt threatened that he might have gave the girlfriend where she stayed at, she came up to his house and she was causing chaos and bashed up his stuff. So, Lady K, what is your feeling about this?
I mean, I understand her anger because how else would she get her address unless she went snooping on her own? But my thing is, I'd have told her to come pull up. I'll stay in Texas. So one or two things gonna go. You gonna go to jail or you gonna go to somebody's hospital pulling up at my house. I wouldn't have did nothing in front of them kids because them kids don't need to be exposed to what's going on between grown folks.
Exactly. And Queen D.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your feeling after seeing that video and now getting a clearer understanding about it?
It's a sad thing, but we don't know who gave, regardless of who gave, of who address, it shouldn't be happening, period. So my thing is to look further deep into them. I might get a little logical on y'all real fast, but we gotta actually find out what led up to that situation. Why is it happening? So what it really is a baby mama crash out. Like, what happened that she started being that way? Um, it was wrong what she did. She shouldn't be busting nobody's windows, but things just happen for a reason. So something happened to where it brought that abroad.
Yeah. So in any situation, do you feel like the girlfriend, should know the address, and especially if you didn't give it to her, or do you feel like she has the right to say, to threaten you and say, "Hey, I'm gonna pull up on you"?
But if he moved on and he's done with the other person really shouldn't know where they live if they're trying to be peaceful.
Yeah,
So
but how could you put that blame on him when it could be a small town where everybody know everybody?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of them situations where they might have went to school together, so she know exactly who she is. We don't have all the full details to say if you're trying to move on peacefully that you can't, give nobody, because we don't know if he gave her the address. We actually don't know that. All we know is that she threatened to come to her house, and so she went to his house and bust his windows out. That don't make sense.
All right.
Exactly.
But the truth of the matter, a lot of these new women wouldn't have access to the baby mamas or none of them if it wasn't for him. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of times these they try to move on, but they have access to those women through the man. So it might be something she know. The girl might not have had the address, and the girl might have said, "Yeah, he gave me the address," because they quick to do that to piss you off.
Mm-hmm. Might not be the facts though. Yeah, but that's true. I agree with you. She might have said, "Yeah, he gave me your address. I know exactly where you at." She might have. That don't make that permissible to go to somebody's house and bust their car windows out because you don't know if that really happened.
Facts.
Exactly. Now, could you tell me, have y'all ever been in a situation to where, you had problems with the baby mama of your ex? I mean, with the ex's girlfriend being the baby mama? We're gonna go to Lady K first.
No, I really haven't had no issues. Like my son has a brother from another woman with his father, and actually, me and her get along better than me and the baby daddy.
Oh, wow.
So I haven't
Yeah.
had no issues. I have witnessed it. I have seen the issues, and I've seen the issues where men, and I'm gonna just say because we don't grown men talking, men have a lot of issues with women who don't know how to let go. So then all this drama and all this extra stuff that intends to happen, and the child is just left watching toxic traits being tossed back and forth between both. So I have seen that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. And Dr. Jennifer, what about you? Have you ever had a situation where you had to get in an altercation with your ex's girlfriend being the baby mama?
Um, my that was this was a very long time ago, because my kids are grown now. But when I was the first baby mama, so and when I allowed my children to go and see him in the summer, he was with someone else, and they were all the way in Georgia, and I got word that she wasn't treating them right. Now then I pulled up, yeah, but I didn't pull up to do him harm. I went to go get my kids and let us go back to where we came from.
Okay,
So I
okay.
think it goes back to children.
Yes, and Queen, how about you?
I personally never had an issue with somebody else being a baby mama. It was always on me. People will always be having issues because I was a baby mama. I've dealt with an ex where we live like right around the corner from each other. And some type of way she found out, but being that she didn't like me or had issues with me, this heifer threw a
Right.
brick through a window that she thought was mine, one of the neighbors next to me. But she thought she was throwing a brick through my window and had the nerve to still be standing outside and hoofing and whooping. So I had to go out there and show her what Queen be like with these peasants.
Oh,
Uh-oh. And DJ Mac, how about you? We're gonna flip the scenario with the baby daddy. Have you ever been placed in this situation as a father to where the boyfriend has crossed the lines and talked about pulling up on you.
No. See, because I'm the puller upper. You ain't gonna pull up on me. I'm pull up on you. So there ain't no threatening me like that. Because I'm on the way. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna save you some gas money. I'm gonna pull up. But even in that, when our divorce was finalized, the only thing I requested from her, other than, of course, my last name back, was please make sure if you're going to deal with somebody that got some sense. Don't let nobody in here mistreating the kids or nothing like that. That's all I ask you. And it's been peaches and cream. My youngest is 17, and everything been cool. We when I talk to them, everything is all right. Ain't nobody put their hands on them or nothing like that. So it's cool.
Yes. Now, do y'all feel that it's supposed to be in that situation? We're going to base off this video. Do you think that he should have stepped in and de-escalated the situation, or do you think he should have confronted the girlfriend and telling her, let me deal with the baby mama? How do you feel that in this situation he should have handled it when it came down to the baby mama and the girlfriend? Let's go to Queen.
I absolutely agree. Yes, he should have. That should have never happened. The moment she started going crazy and started smashing windows, I would have been on 911. Have her. But he should have handled it, kept them apart where they wouldn't even be able to exchange words, even come close to each other, or nevertheless, we don't even know who gave the address. The point of it don't matter who gave the address. She should have never showed up there. For like, what reason was for you even showing up? That just tells me that she still had feelings for him, or something was going on. Like I was saying, I had that happen to me, and the thing was, sometimes the other females are not ready to let go when that man has moved on, so they act a fool because they don't know how to govern their emotions.
And Dr. Gilbert, how do you feel about it when it comes down to man's situation? Do you think he could have kept this from escalating to where it was? And if so, how?
I still feel like some of the math ain't mathing. Like, how do we know he wasn't still playing with the other one, playing them against each other, doing those foolish things? If it were me, like, I feel like as a man, he should have, stood, because, if nothing else, but for the safety of his children, I feel like he should have, stepped in and put a stop to it. But, I didn't see a lot of his activity besides recording, like he gonna put it on World Star or something.
And Lady K, what about your perspective on this? Do you think he could have kept this situation from happening or escalating? If so, how?
I believe so, because for her to feel comfortable enough to tell your child's mother that she gonna pull up to our house, it had to be some kind of back talk, some kind of conversation, or you have to know that woman's character to know she would say something like that. So sometimes we have to be mindful of who we pick to be around our kids, and I think respect is handled both ways. He should have informed her, like, chill out, you don't threaten my child's mother. In the same respect, he should tell the child's mother she needs to go on about her business as well. Yeah, he sure had the upper hand. It was at his house too. He could have corrected that.
Okay. And before we go to break, DJ Mac, how do you think this affected the children by him allowing this to happen? And do you feel like he could have prevented this situation from happening?
Definitely, it affected the children in a negative aspect, but I can't say he could have prevented anything, because I don't have a time frame on how long it's been since the two ladies got into the altercation. It could have been a 15-minute ago conversation, and then she just pulled up and started busting windows. I don't know to make that judgment. Now, if he had time to be able to step in and say, hey, you wrong and you wrong, then that's what he should have done. But if there was no time for that, like they was just arguing on the phone and she hung up the phone, went to his house and started busting windshields out and all of this, then there's no time to do it. So I can't make that judgment call.
All right. So we have the music going. We're gonna go to a break, and we'll be back. Hopefully, Dwight will be back in with us to take over the show. So until then, baby mama crash out. Coming with another spicy topic: the permissible after-hours relationship. Do you supposed to have a curfew or not when you're in a relationship with somebody on what time to come in? Let's talk about it. And also, we're gonna go ahead and let Dr. Jennifer Gibbard tell us a little bit about what she got going on, and then we're gonna let Queen tell about her profession as well as we're flashing up the flyers. Dr. Jennifer Gibbard.
Sure. Thank you so very much. This is the Y'all Tripping Part 2. This is going back to the unchristian comedy. So it's myself and a few of my some of my close comedian friends, and so it's going to be a good time. Tickets right now, if you buy tickets to my stage play, which is in October, then you'll get a comedy show ticket for free. Or if you just want to purchase the comedy show ticket, it's $20 for general admission, and VIP is $30, which is a meet and greet with myself and the guys.
And tell us a little bit about the Gospel Golden Girls.
Yes, this is the award-winning Gospel Golden Girls. We won 5 awards about 3 years ago for this show, and it basically depicts male domestic violence, not always just the women, and how manipulative some women can be to flip the script. So it's going to be an amazing cast, great time. It's October 10 and 11. VIP is $50, and general admission is $40.
Thank you. There, Queen D, tell us a little bit about what you do and everything that's included.
Well, it's like a mobile phlebotomist company where I go from homes to facilities to I do to you can be at work, wherever you may be, but I'll come to you. You don't have to worry about sitting okay, basically time is something that is what people have. It's very precious to them. So, and maybe you don't want to go nowhere. You try to sit in traffic. You don't want to be sitting in crowded lobbies all day. And taking your blood taken only takes less than 15 minutes. So if you don't want to leave your house, or you're tired of sitting in traffic, or you don't want to go to these places and be sitting there for hours for a 15-minute blood draw, you just call me. I'll come out to your house, draw your blood, and you're gone. So it's convenient, safe, and you definitely be comfortable in your own home.
Thank you. And we have a best conversation with the rabbit. Is he here?
Mm-mm.
Okay, he doesn't have his thing on. Okay, so let's go ahead over to Queen. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the video that you just seen, because this is in a scenario where the woman, they're broken up. He doesn't want her back, so she just broke down, and then she started coming over, busting out his windows of his home.
Again, it's sometimes people don't know how to cope with things. They're not good with rejection. Um, their feelings runs really deep. The other, I don't know what it is when women break up, it's like it's harder for us to move on. But when men break up, they got somebody else the next week, the next day, next couple of hours, where we sit and dwell and we dwell in our pain. So we're like, okay, well, he don't want me. I'm gonna get him back. It's when we let our intrusive thoughts take over. There was no point of going to nobody's house because your feelings is hurt. There's no point of going busting out nobody windows because your feelings is hurt. I mean, it's childish. But again, everybody don't know how to control their feelings or deal or cope with how they're feeling, because heartbreak is something really big. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, I wouldn't wish it on nobody. I've been through heartbreak a lot of times. You're gonna go through it till you find the right one, but it's main so because their feelings is hurt and their heart is hurt. Or it could be some unresolved issues going on over there, or it's just some issues going on, period. Meaning he's still fooling around with that one and leading that one on, and how people like to play with each other. So it could be many things, but what's on a window, that ain't gonna get you nothing but a charge.
Exactly.
I mean, some people don't have.
And Lady K.
What was the question? I had went out and came back in.
Okay, was you able to see the video where the lady was bashing out his?
Mm-hmm. Was
Okay.
bashing out that window.
Yes. Now this is the scenario where he doesn't. He broke it off. He doesn't want to be with her, and she doesn't want to go. So she comes over and she bashes out his whole bedroom window. What is your thoughts on that, and what do you think could have been done in that situation?
I mean, personally, I don't think that's gonna solve anything. It might make you feel better in the moment, but at the end of it, it's gonna do nothing but cause more problems. It's a ripple effect. It's gonna keep on going. However, I do understand the mind frame of wanting to do something like that. A lot of people forget that when two people break up and they have a child together, one is normally the main provider for the child, and the other one gets to go on and live their life. So she might be having to have that child all week, and he may get him on the weekend. So here you are getting to live your life, move on to the relationship, do this. And I have this heartache to carry on my back. I have this child to carry on my back. I got regular work to carry on my back. And it might explode in the window breaking. It just might. It might explode. Not excusing it, but understanding of it. Not saying that it's right, but understanding of it. But some people have to go through that. That's just what they do. I'm not gonna say everyone has control of their emotions. That's not facts. That's not real life, no matter what age you are. But I definitely wouldn't do it because the aftermath of it is no good. And again, it's about the child.
Exactly. And DJ Mac,
Yes, ma'am.
what is your perspective on that video that you just seen and what this lady was doing?
I mean, first off, the video ended up on social media, which my point on that is you're really a reflection of the people that you deal with. So to embarrass her on social media was to embarrass yourself. That's my first reflection on it. But even furthermore, why take a video if you're not going to take the video and turn it over to the proper authorities and get her dealt with the way that she needs to be dealt with? Now, yeah, I do think it's wrong for her to do something like this for the purpose of trying to get back at somebody based on feelings, and the kids are involved. But on the flip side of the measure, she wasn't thinking about them kids when she did it. So she shouldn't be worried about them kids when she get that sentence. Because y'all wouldn't have never seen it. I wouldn't have never seen it because it would have been video to be turned over to the proper people so that y'all could come and get her some mental help, and get her some time. Other than that, I wouldn't have been posted that because it just makes me look bad as well.
Now, Dr. Jennifer, coming from a doctor standpoint, and we want your perspective first on the video, but also coming from a doctor standpoint, what triggers a person to go to this extent after being cut off to go in this rage as she has gone? Because even though she seems like she's calmly doing it, it's still something going on within her mental and emotional.
That's definitely my concern, is the fact that she was, oh, by the way, I mean, she looked like she was on a construction site. She wasn't hollering, screaming, and some people, they internalize things and they lose their regulation, their self-regulation. And unfortunately, in these days, especially in the education system where everybody wins and everybody gets a certificate of something, so anytime you losing is an irregularity, when really losing is a part of life. And until we teach people how to lose properly, they'll never win purposely.
So what advice would you give people that don't know how to handle being turned away, being let go, being cut off?
I think definitely some help, some professional help would be great. A lot of people taboo therapy and counseling and things of that nature, but I think that it is a vital part. As when Kanisha was talking about how, sometimes we as women, most times we are left holding the bag, if you would, you know what I'm saying? And we're left with all of the responsibility. And so we don't often have the time to go to get the help that's needed, because we're so busy multitasking, working, doing for our kids and trying to, we don't have time. And so the first time that somebody comes and says, oh, well, the one help you did have is not there, that comes with a real crash out, because nobody's taught me how to verbalize it or articulate. People don't talk anymore, they just react.
Now, have y'all ever been in a situation to where you're just laying there because you've been done with this person, you think they're going on, even though they've been quiet for a while, and then all of a sudden your car tires are flattened, your car windows are busted out? Have any of y'all heard of someone or had someone's close that went through that, or have you been through that yourself? We're gonna start with Queen.
It's the look for me.
Because she don't want to steal it.
Hello, so now y'all about to make me bring out my naughty side. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell the truth. So I used to be down. I'm gonna tell the truth. So I did some things because I was young-minded and didn't know how to control my emotions and all that stuff like that. The thing about me, I hate about me, I wish I can turn it off, is that when I love somebody, that's what it is. I don't half step, I full speed ahead. So when you hurt my feelings or you break my heart, you get a tsunami. And I can count on my hand like maybe 2 or 3 people actually felt that until I actually learned how to do it. Now, one is, I can say my daughter's father, I tell people, I'm in a car, I'm bound to show up anywhere, anytime. You never know where I'm going to be at. So I just happened to be driving. I seen him with a whole other woman. Okay, they were standing at the bus stop and I'm driving. I'm guilty. I can actually admit it, that I was wrong. I wasn't thinking, but at that point in time, it's like you see red. It's like your emotions just fulfill your body, and it's like you no longer have control. And what I ended up doing was I chased the both of them from the bus stop back to his house with my car. It wasn't right. I was not. When you're upset, you don't do. I noticed you don't do logical thinking. Your brain just do what it wants. It just takes over. So you're not logically thinking when you're upset. So yeah. And then another time where I kind of like did what she did, I popped up at somebody, but I didn't break no windows. I broke in the house. Jesus, I was horrible. But it's the thing of it's pain is something is really hurtful. When you hurt somebody, you pain hurts, and when you don't know how to control that pain or cope with that pain, you do stupid stuff. I don't understand why. And I'm like, okay, so the last one, I tried to choke him.
Oh my god!
I'm like, these people, they feel like they can play and do stuff, and there's no consequences for things that they do. And if I'm like, that's my thing. You keep kind of if it's with the last person don't do it might not be your karma, but the next one might be. So you have to be careful how you treat people, what you say to people, because we're human. We have emotions, and you play with emotions is a mean thing to play with, and it can really submerge your brain to like where you just don't think, you just do. So that's pretty much where I'm. So growing up, I've learned how to make mistakes to learn. So now, and I've gotten older and I've gotten wiser. So I'm like, dang, I was stupid. Yeah. Like that man wasn't worth that, but we young, do stupid stuff.
I'm gonna say one. I'm glad I met Queen now. I'm gonna say one. I'm glad I thank God
Queen
that. I thank God that on the podium right now.
I thank God on the podium right now.
Wow.
Oh my Lord.
How did you feel?
How did you feel after? That's the thing. I felt like I did something. Like I was like, okay, he get my point, when that really wasn't even the case. So it was pointless because he didn't say in the end, okay, well, she crazy and she tried to do this, I'm gonna go be with her to keep you safe. That's not even the case. He was like, it just made him go further. So I'm like, okay, so that's why I was like, you make mistakes and you have to learn from. You can't constantly, once you learn from, you won't make the same mistake again. Now, I don't care. You want to go be with her, knock yourself out. If a woman can take you from me, then you wasn't mine to begin with. Now I'm not gonna go bust out nobody windows, nobody cars, nobody flat tires, none of that mess. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one thing.
Put my truth out there, spicy with the world.
Say that one more time.
Let you chime in.
No, I mean, I was never the person to take it out on somebody else. Like, for instance, if I was to break up with somebody, it's a beef between me and him. I was never, even if he cheated with somebody else, what is the point of me going and getting mad at her? It's the issue is between he and I. You know what I mean? And so I didn't, I've always been afraid of the law. I never did anything like that. Not that I'm, great, because my mouth can be equally as violent, right? But I just never did. I never saw the point, because I always just felt like, well, that's your loss, not mine, and I go on with my life. Like, I know it sounds really cliche, but that's just the truth.
We're gonna go to DJ Mac. Tell us your feeling about that video, but also, just give us some.
You mean busting the windows out?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. It's this video that be on Facebook, right? It's like a reel. It's like a short reel. He say people get real flip and get real tough, acting like this what they want until they run up on what they think they want. And now everybody hollering about, why he ain't have to do it like that. He ain't have to do that. He ain't have to do this. But I understand that even though I'm wrong, right? Let's say I'm going to put this on me. Even though I'm wrong, there's a certain level of provocation that you can't go past. Because, busting windows and all, that's child's play to me. That's child's play. But see, people do stuff like run into cars with cars. And like Queen said, run you down with the car. I'm going to chase you home with the car.
Yeah, that's probably one of the crash outs.
Yeah. I'm listen, we're going to handle that right there. And so it's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but I got to protect my life. Even though I'm wrong in what I did, does that mean that I'm supposed to just let you get me up out of here because I'm wrong? So, and again, I'm taking this on myself and saying that if it was me, should I just let you get rid of me because I'm wrong in your eyes or even in my eyes? Yeah, I was wrong. I cheated on her. Yeah, I was wrong. I brought my new girl over to her mama in them house and they crashed out with each other. Woo, woo, woo. But should I just let my life go because you say I'm wrong, so you're going to take vengeance into your hands? No, I'm not going to do that. And so my thing is, I think that people need to think real hard and long. I know we can say when we was young, we did stupid. When I was young, I did stupid stuff too. But it groomed me to be who I am today, to think like, yeah, he wrong or she wrong, and they did absolute wrong. And I could take this matter into my own hands and go all the way to the top with it. Well, who's to say when I get to the top that I'm the one with the flag in my hand? The other person could be standing there on top of the mountain with the flag. And so I ain't going to play with you like that. You know what I'm saying?
So we'll be back in 2.
So you just gonna sit there like you don't hear me?
Girl, just go home, bro.
So you gonna leave me sitting out here?
Go home, bro.
You gonna leave me sitting out here?
Go home.
I don't have no way home.
I don't know why you get right out here.
So you gonna leave me sitting out here?
Shit. I ain't got time for all that.
So you gonna leave me sitting out here?
I got time for it.
So you gonna leave me sitting out here?
Got time for it.
Okay.
So you just gonna leave me sitting out here?
Don't have time for it.
Don't have time for what?
For you.
Me what?
I don't have time for you.
So you just gonna sit there and leave me sitting out here?
It's over with. Yeah, I mean, like, okay. What is it? How I do this? You want me to say it?
So you just gonna
as grown men talking in and with the message I'm gonna let DJ take over this because DJ take over this.
So I say that again because there was a lot of echo. It's a lot of echo.
Okay, say something now.
Something now.
Okay,
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go.
my mic. So I'm gonna let you take over and hosting. So go ahead and lead on.
Okay, I got you. All right, everybody, we back to Grown Men Talking on a Saturday, but still we got something to say. So let's start off with Dr. Jen. What did you think about that video? Oh, is Dr. Jen lost for words? What happened? Or is she muted? Are you muted, honey?
Everybody's muted. So
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. I hear you now. Go ahead. Go ahead. What do you think about that video?
I can't hear anybody.
Yes, I hear you. Okay, maybe she's having a couple technical difficulties. Queen, what do you think about that video? We'll come back to Dr. G.
I'm kind of like just blown aback because the window was already broke. And she's talking through the broken window going, "You let me sit down here?" And like she just kept repeating it, and then she opened the window like the window's already broke. Why you had to open? I just kind of like feel like however way she got there, that's how she gonna get back to where she came from. You gonna go over there and act a boo-boo and then you gonna give me a ride home. No. However you got here is how you gonna get up out of here. You better hurry up before I call Popo on you. But it just threw me back. Like the window's already broke. Why did you open and then you climb through the window? Lord Jesus, she climbed through the window. Why?
I don't know why she went through that window, but well, I do know why, but I'm saving my opinion for last. Dr. Jen, can you get with us now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Come on with it. What do you think about that video?
It was a little spooky for me. The stare down was a bit much for me. I thought like something happened to the volume, but I realized nobody's mouth was moving. She was just looking. So that was just a little disturbing.
I thought something happened to the thing too. I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
Listen here. There's an ongoing joke on my lives, right? Y'all know you can flag me on TikTok, right? Banana cream pie. That is banana cream pie, everybody. You didn't look in her face when you met her? So whatever he got, I think he deserved it. When she was standing at the bus stop sucking on pork chop, he deserved that. You got what you went looking for. And so if you went looking for banana cream pie and she busts out your windows and say, "So you gonna leave me sitting down here? That's what you gonna do? You gonna leave me sitting down here?" Yeah, you need your windows busted out, dog. All of them. I think she should have busted out the little window in the back of the car. Everything should have went. You deserve that. But that's my take on it. But let's ask the ladies. Before I ask the ladies, I'm going to say no for me, and then I'll give my details after the ladies. K. Marie, have you ever been outside somebody's house busting their windows out trying to talk to them? That's the question.
I have never been outside nobody I dealt with busting out their windows.
Uh-oh.
Have I been an accomplice?
I'm just saying, okay, I'm hurt. I didn't heard accomplice. I heard you. So you said you was the rappy.
Yeah, I was the driver. I was the handler of objects. I was helping. I was being a sister in her moment of need.
Moses Christ. I'm going to give you an applause on that. Don't tell nobody else. Miss Queen, Over to you now. Same question. She can't even answer, y'all.
Baby, she was like, I done already told all the things. Now you want me to just totally incriminate myself now?
It was just listen. No, hey, she done already did it by laughing. I know what's happening, so I get it. Say no more. Dr. Jen.
Huh?
Any windows that got burst out?
Not by me, but you know, I'm with Queen and I'm with Kay. You know, we girls got to stick together. Now I'm not gonna do it, but if you choose in your mind that that's what you want to do and you need a ride,
Moses Christ.
Grab the keys. Let's go.
you have the right. I
Well,
need to make sure it's a fair fight. That's
okay.
why we go, right, Queen?
Okay.
That's why we go, okay, right? We want to make sure it's fair.
Queen was the one y'all was giving the ride to, but I'm just gonna keep on going. Right.
And we'll do it again, Queen.
I didn't need no ride when I did it. I had my own ride.
And so listen, right at the beginning, I said no, because the first time the police put me in the back of the police car, they said, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So, no, I don't know what you're talking
So he lying. You're lying on the grown men talking.
Hey, better than telling the truth in this situation.
Hey, I told the truth. I can't do nothing but tell the truth. I'm with God now.
Listen, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. That's all I'm saying.
There's a thing called a statute of limitations.
Hold up, Queen. Queen.
Yes, ma'am.
Say that again. Somebody need to be muted.
Yeah, it's
cool.
Come on.
How about now?
That ain't gonna get it. It might be a leave out, come back in situation.
All right, so I'm back.
What you were saying, Spicer?
Okay, y'all can go ahead. I was checking to see where the echo was coming in. I thought it was Dr. Jen, but it wasn't her.
No, I've been figured it out. But
now I can hear. I'm not echoing. So yeah, she's got to go out and come back in, and let's see what happens.
Hopefully.
Okay, go ahead, take over.
As I was saying, great people of the chat and of the podcast. Yeah, I am guilty, but you don't know what I'm guilty of, so therefore, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Just name it, you know he's guilty.
With that being said, right, there's a lot of things that goes through the mind of the person. Okay, example. I remember this happening like I was 2 years old, right? So my dad had a friend, won't mention his name. My dad had a friend, and him and his wife broke up. And that man is still sitting incarcerated to this day. And he's never going to come home. But this is what happened. He asked my dad, he said, hey, I need you to watch my back. And my dad said, what you finna do? He said, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to set the front porch on fire so they ain't got no way to get out the house but the back door. And I'm going to just say open fire on whoever come out the back door. Mind you, there's children in this house. And it was the new male friend in the house, and it was the ex-wife in the house. And he couldn't take that the new man was living in the house that he had bought and helped build up and things of that nature. So he lost his rabbit's foot and he wasn't so lucky. And so now he sits to this day, which is about 30 years later, and he's on the brink of a lot of things, but he's not on the brink of ever coming home. And so my thing of saying that is, when you snap to that nature, right? Do you ever get the impulse of critical thinking to say, well, if I ever get caught for doing what I do, there may not be an exit out of business. I just got to take this and whatever happens, happens. Do you think like that, or do you just be enraged for the moment? I would like to go with Dr. Jill first. So let's go. Dr. Jen, excuse me, not Jill. Who the hell is Dr. Jill? Don't tell nobody else.
Medically, when you are in that case of rage, your endorphins are decreased, which means that your ability to rationale out through the process is unable to happen. And so that's kind of why people say things like I blacked out, or I read out, or nowadays they say I crashed out. It's when your balance is off to the point where there is no rationalization in your mind, and therefore you go in. To be honest, oftentimes after the act is done, they're still on that high. So they have no remorse or no sense of consequence that this has happened, because if they still focusing on because she cheated on me, or because he did this, or because he did that. It's no self-accountability. It takes a good, I would say, 29 to 37 days before rationale kicks in.
And let's go with Queen. Let's go, Queen. Let me hear what you got to say.
I agree with Dr. Jen. As I kind of like said earlier, when you're upset, your logic goes out the window. So you're not thinking logically. So no, you would not be thinking, am I going to get in trouble if I do what I do, or if I do this? You're not going to be thinking like that. You're going to be thinking, he did me wrong, or she did me wrong, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do right now. You don't think, well, dang, am I going to get in trouble, or what's going to happen to me afterwards, until you come down off your high, and then your endorphins actually start to kick in. Once you come down and you're like, okay, then you're thinking, oh crap. That's when your logic starts kicking back in. Oh crap, what did I just do? Oh my God, am I going to get in trouble? Is he going to, like, that's when you start being able to think logically. But in the heat of the moment, no, you're not.
Kay, what you feel about it?
I agree with both the ladies. No, in the moment you're going off of pure emotion and adrenaline when it gets to that point where you have to inflict pain or do violence or act out or crash out. It's been saying when you crash out. However, I have had some instances where I have crashed out and I was cool with whatever came after it. The crash out was totally worth
I totally agree with all of you guys, because I've not only have been in that situation, but I'll tell you more about it when we come back in 2 and 2.
Oh shit! Oh damn! god. I don't know who did it, but he did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This for real. Oh my god. Ooh, he gonna bring his ass outside. I know that. Oh my god. Oh my god. She done bust the window. Oh, oh. He came outside. Oh no, yeah, we ain't playing with that.
All right. We want to thank everyone over there at both Facebooks. We also want to thank the ones that's tuning in. I see you, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Rumble, and Kick. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure y'all tune in next week as the Grown Man Talking Incorporated come back to you. Do you have a curfew when you're in a relationship and living with someone to be in the house? What if your one that you are committing to in a relationship comes in at 4 a.m.? How would you handle it? Watch this.
Come outside.
Already, already know what I got to say, but I ain't gonna say nothing yet. Queen, what's happening?
What's up?
You tired?
So I guess you want my input on that video.
Yes, ma'am. What's happening? I had that there. I want to know what happened there. What happened there? What you think?
I think she done lost her rudder behind mine. Like, not only did she busting out windows, she really thinks she's Jasmine Sullivan for real. And Beyonce out there with a bat beating on windows and spray painting the hood. I'm like, what? And then he come outside, so he not even the one she after. She after the girl then, because he came outside.
That's all I'm saying. Hey, that ain't all I'm saying, but I'm gonna continue on. Kay, what you think, Kay? What happened there? What happened there?
Listen, the only thing I can think is who has that much energy.
Man.
That's number one.
Did she get some deodorant this morning?
She ain't just popped up and went crazy. She been crazy.
Hey, BANANAS.
A lot of men see that trait in women and they think it's sexy. I've heard men say,
she
I like my woman a little. I heard men say, I like my woman a little toxic.
She lying.
But then when the toxic turns around on them, then she's crazy. What did I do? She displayed that when she was with you. And now that you're not with her, you getting the other end of the pipe. So hey, go get your car fixed, homeboy.
Dr. Jen, what's happening, man?
You know, every time I come on this show, I learn something. I didn't learn so much today. Like I be wondering where I've been all my life because I ain't never seen nothing like that before.
No,
I was just no. I've never seen anything like that before.
Moses Christ, come
No,
on with it.
I mean, at what point, you know, you were asking, somebody was asking a question like, you know, do you ever stop to think about? I don't even know that she had time to think in between her rants. And it was
She's
like
been
every time she got ready to walk off, it's like she remembered something else and went back and started doing it all over again.
because she's been thangalanged, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what you think about what's happening. That's what I'm saying.
I just think, you know, may the Lord watch. That's all I can say.
May the Lord watch. That's what she said. Okay, now this draw back to me, right? So drawing back to me, since I know she's been thangalanged because you can see it in her actions, right? What somebody said was key to the point. She wasn't looking for the guy. She wasn't stupid enough to run up on that porch and do nothing because she knew the consequences of that. And she knew that she couldn't pull that demonstration with the guy because the guy is the thangerer. He thangered. And it's been happened to her already. And she's lost consciousness on what's going on. All she know is the thangerer is thangalanging somewhere else, and he should be at home doing what he's supposed to be doing at home. And so that's why his car windows got busted out, or her car. I don't know who car. Do anybody know who car that was? Was that hers or his?
I was gonna ask that question.
I was
It's gonna belong to the nearest car shop now.
The nearest junkyard. Listen.
And I was like, is anybody home? Does she even know if somebody home?
Listen, the car outside.
That don't mean nothing.
I think that was probably her car because I'm going to tell you why I think it was her car, because she had nothing to do when he came outside and he was in her face. Like, what are you doing over here?
Yeah, why she didn't hit him with the bat?
Because she's been thangered already.
Okay, so what exactly does that mean?
That's too much for the show.
No,
See,
I don't know. I don't mean like this. So
talk to me backstage. I'll tell you what's going on.
That's a situation where, you know, some people don't just separate love from the love of what they've been offered in the bedroom. So the power of what he put into her in the bedroom under the sheets,
she can't think straight now.
Blew her mind to where now what's going through her head, okay, you got another girl up in here, and what you're doing to her, you could be doing to me. Or why you over there here doing to her what you did to me? Because if you notice, she wouldn't come outside. The girl never appeared outside. She wanted the girl to come out. She said, come outside.
Yeah, she would have caught a case if that girl would have came outside.
But see, that's the case also where, why are you going at her when he's the one to open the door?
But he's the thangerer. You can sometimes with the thangerer things, you can't get, she couldn't get past that. She wasn't thinking about him. She thinking about her.
My Lord.
My great Lord. Yes, ma'am.
It's all emotional thought. It's no critical thinking, no thought of what's going to happen afterwards. What does this do? What does this say? And none of that goes into effect when you're taking that kind of actions. Because, I mean, what did the car do? What did that solve it? Did they make him come back? Like, was that supposed to scare the new girlfriend away? Like, what is the
he
point
going
of it
back?
all?
He's going back
9 times
because
out of 10 he is.
He's going back because he knows he's the thangerer. Because no other woman is coming out busting car windows like that. No, she don't care. If a woman's, we're talking about grown women, right? What Queen say earlier? Listen, if you could take him from me, then he was yours. He never was mine. And that's the and that's a vice versa too. If she my girl, supposedly, allegedly, and you got your hands on her, that wasn't my girl. It was just my turn. And so I understand what's going on. And so with that being said, they are you could tell, you could look at them and tell they was late 20s, early 30s. They don't know no better. They don't know no better. She out there busting out windows. He out there with his pants sagging. He still got dreads at 28, 29, 30. Boy, cut that off. Anywho, I'm just saying, I'm going to be quiet. I'm sorry.
You also got older people that's acting out like that as well. But
just because they listen, older doesn't mean mature.
Exactly. So it's not just the younger people that's doing this and the younger minded. You got the older people that haven't matured in mind as well. But you also got to not eliminate the mental and emotional.
Listen, okay, watch this. Okay, I'm a thingerer, right? Ain't no woman on this panel though gonna agree with me and say that just because I am who I am, that she gonna come bust out somebody else's windows. Put it in here. One of y'all is, how many of y'all up here? 1, 2, 3, 4. One of y'all. Talk to me.
But see,
you gonna bust out some windows today?
The women on this panel, we have maturity. We've overcome.
So then again, it's not about age. It's about maturity.
Exactly. That's why I said mental and emotional.
Because just because I do what I do to you and you feel good about that, that's just a bonus in a relationship. But the real relationships that are real relationships never get stepped outside of because they are real. So no matter if it's the man or the woman, that's the thingerer. It doesn't matter. What really matters is, are you mature enough to say, if you're going to step out here, you go ahead and keep on going. It's no problem. I'm not going to bust out no windows. I'm not going to call your mama. I'm not calling. Listen, none of that. You could go. It's okay. I'm okay with losing so I can gain something better.
Yeah, because you got to also remember it's not only people that's overtaken and think they're in love by the way the performance is, but it also could go back to what kind of line of mental sense do they suffer from. You have people that have a hard time with abandonment. You have people that have a problem with separation or feeling unwanted and neglected, to where when you go, I'm gonna speak from a woman's standpoint. When you're in a situation like this and you think you got somebody that truly love you, that's truly loyal to you, and then all of a sudden they betray you and deceive you, that's just like giving somebody a shot in the behind. You blow out and you clap. You end up clicking and not thinking, because sometimes the mental sense from that abandonment or that what you suffer with takes over the thought process or the rationalizing process.
Hold on. But see, that's why I admire and appreciate being surrounded by women like Spicy, Dr. Jen, Kay, Queen, because it's men that are like me. We up here laughing, joking, and cracking and all that, right? But the real talk about this is understanding as a man that temptation ain't never gonna go nowhere. It ain't went nowhere since Eve, and it's still cracking. Temptation is never gonna go nowhere. So my relationship per se isn't really with the woman. My relationship is really with God and Him lead me to where I need to be, so that at the end of times, if I did something wrong, at least the woman that I'm with, she will say, something happened because my man loved God, and how did he get off track? Versus you cats out here with y'all pants sagging and boo-boo stains in your boxers and all of that. She know you ain't dealing with God, so she's not gonna really accept you like that. she gonna really bust your car windows out and things of that nature. And you deserve that because you didn't really give the real effort and real time and real energy into loving that woman, and vice versa. Women that do men like that. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, I love even just sitting here on a weekly basis, conversating with the brothers and talking with the women that really get it, because a lot of people don't get this. And so to see the mayhem that's happening outside of the real that's going on, which is what God keeps us protected from. He cloaks a shield over all of us. And I love me some God when we get to talking about that. He protects us from busting out windows, from fighting with individuals, from acting ignorant in the streets, from going to jail, because he understands what we don't know. And so what I don't know is I could have got into something with you and it could have costed me the rest of my life behind bars. While you still out here acting ignorant with the next set of guys. Or it could have costed her the rest of her life while he acts out here acting ignorant with the next set of women. So I appreciate y'all, and I want to say that in front of everybody to let y'all know that even though we laughing and joking, man, I love y'all.
Let's give the opportunity for the doctor on the panel to speak on the level of, what actually causes a person to crash out mentally and emotionally. Because we say that women are more emotional creatures, but we do tend, and I think because the focus has been on that so long and is emphasized so much to where you forget that also the men are emotional, but they're not just as emotional as women. So could you give some insight on that there with the men and the women, and when it comes down to crashing out like this mentally and emotionally?
Come on, Dr. Jen.
So it's hard to discuss it medically and physically without discussing it spiritually, right? We as women are receptors. We take in. Guys, they are projectors. They put out. And so it is with their feelings. All right. So if you ever heard anybody talk about a soul tie or anything of that nature, it's where two unlike spirits come together and then they create this, what I call automatic combustion. Now, what combusts is what we're seeing. We're seeing is either it can be good or it can be bad. So it just kind of really depends on it. But I think that it should be, safely and fairly stated that we've only seen the women do it today because we were talking about the baby mamas, but men do it just the same. If you ever watch, most women, they take it out on inanimate objects such as cars and windows and stuff like that. Men oftentimes take lives. If you think about it. And so I think that, that it's critical for us to understand that, you really do. Oftentimes we encounter stuff like this when we don't take the time to really get to know somebody. But the first somebody that you have to get to know is yourself. What is it that I want? What is it that I desire? What is it that makes me tick? Now, if this type of behavior makes you tick, then that means you need some help too. Just putting that down.
And Dr. Jen, I appreciate that because I've been in situations where a person would tell me, well, this didn't been this long and we've been checking on that this long and such, and I say there's a vetting process to this. And so that's what I think that in my mind that you're speaking on is the vetting process. When you say it takes a certain amount of time before you can put a certain amount of effort. Mm-hmm. And so people may think that you dragging your feet,
right? When
in all means, it's not that I'm dragging my feet, as I'm trying to make sure that once because you got to understand, it's just like going into the stock market. If you put your money in the stock market, that money only comes back if you say before anything happens, I don't want to do this no more. But once it kicks off and they start bidding, if you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. But in either side of this, I'm willing to take a gamble. And that's what a lot of people don't understand is that this love thing that we're talking about, this relation thing that we're talking about, that's a gamble because I'm vetting you and I'm trying to see if you are the one for me and I'm the one for you. And if I feel like, okay, let's take it to the next step. Even if I take it to the next step with you, it's still a gamble because I could never know who you are in its complicity. I don't know. I don't know who I'm dealing with as a woman, or you don't know who you're dealing with as a man. But you're willing to say, you know something? I've seen enough to say I love you, or I've seen enough to say this ain't gonna go. But people want to rush things and say, hey, I've been around you such and such time and you do this and I'm happy with what you do. Just because you're happy with what I'm doing outside of your presence don't mean that once I get in your presence that you're going to say, hey, it's still perfect. Because I could get in your presence and do something like leave a pair of socks in the corner and you hate that. And you be like, you know what? This ain't going to work because you don't know how to take the socks out the corner. And that's a small thing to say. Now, let's not, and we ain't even talk about the real things to say like, hey, like the next discussion that's coming up of the relationships where you come in at 4:00 in the morning because you out kicking it with the guys. You might not be doing nothing wrong, but your woman might think that's disrespectful to come in at 4:00 in the morning. What are you doing out? Ain't nothing open at that time but legs and cheap liquor stores. So what are you doing out there at 4:00 in the morning? So you see what I'm saying? You got to understand when you're talking about vetting a person, even if you're vetting a person from the outside, you ain't vetted that person once y'all say we gonna be a couple and y'all move in together. You don't know nothing about living with somebody. You might live with somebody that leave the toilet seat up, or you might live with some. I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell you the truth. So you might live with a woman that leave her panty liners in the garbage can, or she might leave her panties that she done washed out from her cycle hanging up in the bathroom. Come on, man. I'm just telling the truth. I'm gonna be quiet, but this shit it's real. This happens. I'm not telling no falsehoods on nobody because the smallest things may get on your nerve, especially as your maturity goes along. Because I'm going to give you an example. In my 20s, I thought I was staying with my uncle. He say, boy, don't you ever put that peanut butter spoon in my jelly ever again. Who am I now at 48? You better not put the peanut butter spoon in my jelly. But back then, I was like, what is you arguing about? It's just peanut butter and jelly. But some people live certain ways. And so when you're vetting a person from the outside, and once they come in and y'all say y'all love each other and want to try it, you don't know what's going to happen between y'all. So it's two vetting processes. You vet a person from the outside, and then you live with a person and you vet them from there. And I've been talking too much, so I'm going to shut up.
And then Lady K and Queen give their nutrition and other nights.
Please, Dr. G first.
What am I supposed to be
nutrition?
What's your nutrition for the evening? What would you tell the person after all we've seen tonight? What would you say to them?
I would say get to know somebody's head before you get to know their head.
I was going to do that, Spicy, but okay. Queen, Talk to me, baby. What do you think? Tell me what you think the vet. What do you think after everything you've heard tonight?
Unmute yourself.
You are on the mutual sexual.
Oh,
You got to
I'm
start
on
over.
Okay, there I go.
Don't get scared now. Don't get scared. You didn't told us all of it now. Go on,
Okay, what's your ID number?
No, I'm just saying I got ready for tonight, so I had got me some notes and stuff together and things like that. So, with that being said, my closing statement or nutrition of the night is: at the end of the day, a baby mama crash out is usually not about one moment. It's often years of emotions, poor communication, maybe broken trust or unresolved pain coming from the surface. But you just have to learn how to start healing, and that starts with both parents to start fighting and with each other and start fighting for the children, because this is happening around the children. So that was my little notes I wrote down. I was going to say something else.
And I know we said K, and I know we said Queen, and we said Dr. J, but I want to hear from my LESC sister, K. What would you give in nutrition for the evening for everybody that's been listening?
The nutrition I would give everybody is to basically try to practice emotional regulation. Sometimes it will be hard. Some people are pushed to the point, but especially when we have these kids involved, these kids are sponges. They are watching us as adults and they are soaking up everything that we do. And the last thing they need is two dysfunctional parents showing their behinds out in the street behind heartache. Work on yourselves, heal yourselves, and be better for your kids, not to crash out like these videos. That's my nutritional thought.
And I will end it with my nutritional thought and say, I was on the phone with my daughter tonight, right? Just right before I came into the back room before we come on. I was talking to my daughter and I say, honey, I don't expect you to listen to your daddy. I don't expect you to follow what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it because I love you and I want you to understand something. When a series of bad things happen, it's one or two things that's going on. Either something good finna happen that the bad wants you to deviate from, or is something bad finna happen that the series of bad things will lead you up to. In that being said, whether you crash out as a mother or father, it's not worth it, because then it's going to take time for you to get back as the mother and father and lead your child into victory and to promise. The Bible says, honor thy mother and thy father, for your days on this earth will be long. Mm-hmm. But you have to give your children something to honor. If your children have dishonorable parents, then you will have a dishonorable child. And so for me to sit down at the ripe age of 48 and to talk to my baby girl and say, my middle child, and say, hey, baby, I know what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You're so ambitious like your daddy, and you just want to prove that you can do it. But take into account all things that's going on around you before you make your next move. And she listens to me. Man, I love my baby. And I love that God has given me the opportunity to bear witness to my own mistakes as a father, tell my children as their father, I wasn't the best father that you can be. And I don't know if I'm going to be the best father that can be going forward, but I'm going to try. I'm here for you, and I just want you to do the right thing. Please, if nothing else, before you crash out, think you're going to have to go back and talk to those children. And if you're going back to talk to them children and they look at you like a hypocrite, they will never follow what you say. please give that back to your own children, if nothing else. And we out of here, y'all. We'll see y'all in 2 and 2 next week. We'll be back.
Yeah. LEFC in the building.